If you're going to the Dominican Republic, it's worth it to have a tour to Saona Island. Actually, kind of the tour guides pronounced it as Sauna Island, which I think was kind of their way of making fun of the tourist who mispronounced the actual name. Anyways, if you think sauna is actually the right pronunciation, make a comment below. Anyways, another challenging word to pronounce is Bahia Beach, and that's actually where your tour will likely begin. Now, the island is actually the most booked tour, or the most booked day trip for visitors. Over 1 million visitors each year go out on this tour to the island. The island is a 110 square kilometer tropical island, and it's located off the southeast coast of the Dominican Republic. And the island itself is a government protected nature reserve. Now, most tours will take you out in a catamaran, a slow moving catamaran, or a speedboat. Either way, you'll either return by speedboat or go out on a speedboat, and whatever the other side of the journey is always a catamaran. Taking the catamaran out to the island is very relaxing. The whole journey you will generally see other speedboats and catamarans heading out to the island as well. And we paid for a VIP trip, and partly because we had seen some videos where the catamaran is quite a party vessel, and the VIP option had fewer people on the boat, and it was actually a little less party. Now, on the side of the boat, what we're looking at here is actually starfish, and there was tons and tons of starfish, fields of them that you could see as you were floating out to the island. And where the water became very shallow here, the captain slowed down the boat so we could take photos and videos of the starfish. And that is actually one of the great things about the tour is you can see the fields and fields of starfish. It's quite amazing. A little later in the video, I'm going to show you the captain stopped the boat on the sandbar, which is quite amazing. The water was a little over waist deep, and in the catamaran, on the catamaran journey, it was a very relaxing journey where the host and hostesses were very generous with the Dominican rum, and as we got out on the sand beach, people could have beer or Dominican rum as well. You can see here where the boats are all gathered. We're coming up to the sandbar, and the sandbar is a little off the coast. But the tour guide, there was 2 or 3 photographers on the boat, and so they were throughout the trip running around taking photographs, which they will gladly sell you after the event. But the water was very warm, not very deep, and very still, so it was a great party atmosphere. As you can see, lots of people hanging around, having a good time on the sandbar in the sun. Now we're coming up on the island fairly soon, and Christopher Columbus actually first landed on this island in May of 1494. So I guess you could say Christopher Columbus actually brought the first tourist boat to the island. And now the island has been enjoyed by tourists for 500 years since that time. Now, I mean, incredible island. It reminds you in some ways with all the species of wildlife here of the archipelago or something like that. There's like 112 species of birds on the island. And historically, a number of films or television shows have been filmed here. The film The Blue Lagoon was filmed on this island, and the 2003 version of Pirates of the Caribbean was actually filmed on this island. Now, most tours will serve you a lunch. There's some shaded, covered picnic type tables and areas, as well as some food serving places under the palm trees. And the food was great, but then the tour guides will give you a period of time, an hour or two, to wander the beach, swim, snorkel, whatever you want. And the island is largely uninhabited. There is a small village on the island, and there is a small Navy-run installation on the island. But definitely via drone or walking the beach, it does feel like an untouched beach. It was a beautiful white sand beach, and the trip was definitely worth the money and worth the time away. Although one of the things that we did notice after we took the tour was the beach by our resort was also a fine sand white beach that was beautiful as well. And so if you're in Punta Cana you aren't able to make this tour, you won't completely miss out on white sand beaches. Our trip back was on the speedboat, as I mentioned earlier, and the speedboat got us back to the dock a lot quicker than we got to the island. The staff on the speedboat, I tell you, kept us entertained the whole way with lots of singing and music. And the Dominican rum, let's just say the staff were very generous in pouring Dominican rum to anyone who wanted it. If you do decide to take a tour out to the island, remember how many staff are involved in making this a good time for you. So be generous with your tips. Make sure you tip the captain and the staff as you get off the boat, as well as the bus driver when you return to your resort.
What's up?
pro tip for the return trip on the speedboat, make notice of which way the wind is blowing. Because if the wind is blowing really strong, you want to pay attention to which side of the boat that you are on. Because if you're on the side with the wind facing you, you could be in for a bit of a splashy ride.